Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for September the 30th, 2023. It's another month gone. And as you can probably guess from the pin board being in the background there, we are doing the monthly Disney Decades episode. And much like the last couple months, I think actually, it is just a pin episode. Because once again, Shop Disney, or Disney in general, I suppose, has not exactly wowed me with this month's offerings. You think being into the 90s now, that's kind of like, it's like kind of my real wheelhouse. That's like Disney afternoon period, it's the Disney Renaissance. You think there'd be something good there, but not as far as we were concerned. Other people, like what they like, and that's fine. If you like what was on offer and you picked it up, that's great for you. Just it didn't do much for us. So yeah, it's gonna be another pin-only month. And I thought, well, I don't want to do just a single pin. And then I realized, because I think I said last week that I didn't have like a stockpile, a backlog of pins this time. We've actually been quite good. We haven't bought anything from Shop Disney since the Decades item. It does help immensely that they haven't really had anything, any big releases. I think this coming week we have some stuff. Of course, tomorrow, the 1st, we do have some new Lego. And I do plan to go pick up a couple of things for future videos and just for my collection. And then on, I think, Monday, Shop Disney is supposed to be getting in, I think there's a number of things coming out Monday. Not anything big like Decades or anything, but I believe they're supposed to get all their advent calendars in. And I'm looking for something to go with my Lego Avengers advent calendar that I'm planning on doing. And I saw that they're going to have a Droid Factory calendar again, which is like, I really did enjoy that last year. But it looks like it's going to be the same Droid Factory calendar. It's at least, the promo picture shows one of the figures from last year's calendar, and the calendar looks exactly the same. So if that's the case, we're gonna skip that. I'm not gonna do the same exact calendar. I enjoyed it. I love the little droids that came out of it, but I don't need 2 of each of them. Also, not particularly surprising to just do the literal exact same calendar I did last year. But there's like a Nuimo one coming out, and that's a potential one. Otherwise, we may do Lego versus Lego this year, or maybe Lego Adorables, or they have like a Disney Store Mini Brands advent calendar. I'm weighing my options. We're definitely doing Lego Avengers, but I'm not quite sure what it's going to face off with yet. It could be the Lego Star Wars. It could be, like I said, it could be the Disney Doorables calendar. It could be Pokemon. I mean, even that could be fun. I haven't done Pokemon stuff in a long time, so that could be fun. But we'll see about that in December. Or maybe I'll post some pictures as we get closer. But today is all pins. And we are now on the very cusp of October. And while we've been doing the Happy Haunt Hunt since August now, and the reason for that is I went last night. We went into Lowe's to still look for one of the last couple of Happy Haunt items we're looking for, and not only did they not have it, the Halloween section has shrunk down quite a bit just in time for October. The Halloween section is shrinking, and the Christmas section is immense. And I'm sure it'll be getting larger over the next few weeks. So that's why, if you were wondering, if one of the people that was like complaining about Halloween in August, that's why, and I believe I said so in a video, that we would be seeing Christmas in September, and it is September still. And yeah, Lowe's has their whole Christmas thing. It's like, it's a Christmas tree lot in there. They got inflatables, they got animatronic Santas. They have more Christmas stuff on September the 29th than they had Halloween stuff, with a full month still to Halloween. But I, of course, believe in keeping Halloween with you all year long, and we're certainly going to keep it with us today, because that's what we're looking at. We're looking at some Halloween pins. I was going to just do a Halloween episode later on, but I realized we're going to have enough other non-Haunted Mansion Halloween things to do an episode on that I don't need to save pins for that. So today, it's going to be all pins, including the Disney Decades 1990s pin, which will go right about there on the board. So, without any further babbling from me, because I've already gone like 5 or 6 minutes here, let's go on down there and look at the pins. So we have 3 Halloween pins to look at today, plus our Disney Decades pin. We'll start off with this one. I think I needed enough to get free shipping. I think it's why I bought this one. I mean, not that I didn't like it, but I think that's what caused me to actually go ahead and order it. I think I ordered something else, and this put me over for free shipping. And it is this. I don't remember if this is actually from Nightmare Before Christmas, but it was with Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. It is, of course, the Headless Horseman as a toy. I believe it's open edition. See if we can get it out of the package so we can get a better look at it. But you know, I like myself some Headless Horseman. So I saw this little guy here, and I thought that would be really cute to have. It is just single layer pin, but the pumpkin head itself is actually that like rubbery material. It's not metal, it's not enameled, it is actually rubber. We've seen it, the Roger Rabbit pin from last month's Decades has some rubber on it. I think so does the horse collar pin from March? Whatever the 30s was, that one had some rubber on it too. It's a fairly simple pin, single pin back. Don't remember how much it cost, but it's very cute. It's the Headless Horseman on his little toy horse. I mean, if you like the Headless Horseman, how can you not get this pin? It's adorable. Weirdly, it doesn't want to pivot. It's like crooked on the backing here, but despite only being a single pin back, is it glued in place? Why doesn't it want to turn? What's going on here? Well, it turns now. Oh, you know what? This is actually kind of clever. I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's a couple little spikes here. Can you see it right? I don't really think like right there. There we go. There's a couple little spikes right here. So to like dig into whatever you can see the holes in the card, to whatever you're wearing it on, it'll dig in and keep it straight. I don't think I've seen that on anything else in my collection. That's actually a really good idea for using on single pin backs, to have them not go just, spinning all over the place while you're wearing them. I wonder why we don't see more of that, or have we seen that and I just haven't noticed? I don't always take everything off the pin back, so it's possible I didn't notice. But it's cool that it's there, because yeah, it does keep the pin stable. So on your lanyard or your bag or your shirt or whatever, that's a really good idea. I like that. Our next Halloween pin is one that, to me at least, once taken off the backing, doesn't really scream Disney, but I really did like the look of it. And that is this Happy Halloween Midnight Madness pin. Now I'm sure this relates to something specific, right? And I don't know what it is. So if you know what Midnight Madness specifically refers to, please let me know in the comments. Because, yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it. It feels like this one does not have the spikes on the back, because it's wobbling all over the place. But yeah, I like the look of this one. I thought it looked really neat. This one was $14.99, actually, the price on it. So I'm guessing maybe in the 2 surviving Disney stores they're selling it. Yeah, see, no, it doesn't. Yeah, the spikes are there. They're just not nearly as pronounced. I don't even know if the camera can even pick them up. If you can see them at all, this is going to be the way you can see them. They're much shorter than our Headless Horseman ones. Also, we have a little raised, bejeweled Mickey Mouse here. That's different. See, I feel like there's something significant about this pin that I'm not getting, and I would definitely appreciate if you tell me in the comments what that something is. Now, this pin also is supposed, I believe, to glow in the dark. I don't know how much. Looks like probably just some little wisps on here. Well, let's kill some lights and give it a better try. That's better. Okay, so actually it's all the yellow glows. Okay, I get it. It's the moon. I mean, that should have made sense. It's midnight, although the moon generally a little higher on the above the horizon at midnight. But Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. This one, I just like the looks of it. I like the castle. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Cinderella Castle, all creepied up. Like if the bad guy had won. Yeah, that's a nice little glow-in-the-dark pin. And I like how the mouth and the eyes glow on the castle too. So yeah, I had to have that in the collection. It was a nice looking pin, and I could not pass it up. All right, our next pin is probably my favorite this week. It's something a little special. It's a character we rarely see get any love from the folks at Disney, although it was actually featured on the 1980s Decades Magic Band, which I didn't get because I don't collect Magic Bands, but I did get this because I do collect pins, and it is the Jumbo Horned King Countdown pin. Look at that, the Horned King. We don't see Horned King stuff very often. I would totally buy a Disney Ultimates Horned King action figure. And now normally with some of these bigger pins, I don't open them, but I feel like we need a little Halloween countdown. In fact, we're going to be doing some Halloween countdown videos fairly shortly. Sadly, the box is sealed, so I do have to break the seal on it to get our horned friend out of there, which I don't like doing, but I'm going to because I do want to get this pin out and check it out. So yeah, it's a countdown pin. So it's supposed to be little dials on the back that allow you to turn the numbers. I don't know if you can see them through the glare on the package, but I think right now it says 35 days to Halloween, which is of course not accurate. It was accurate a few days ago. It is not accurate now. Let's see if we can take this out without causing too much damage. This is limited release. It is not limited edition. You know, I found out just yesterday, in 2021, they had a Haunted Mansion countdown pin, and that actually was limited edition of, I guess, 3,000. And I'm thinking that was only sold in park, because if that had been on Shop Disney, I would have fought for that. I'm not going to spend like the $200 it is to get it now, but I would have definitely bought it back at the time. See, the only thing so far I dislike about this pin is that it does say 2023 on it, meaning I can't use it again next year. Hopefully they'll have something new and even better next year. But I mean, look at this. It's a single layer pin, and it's a very nice rendition of the Horned King. Double pin back because it is huge. This is an actual jumbo pin. Oh, that's interesting. I guess the weight shifting around in shipping has actually torn the backing card a little bit. That's not fantastic. So is this a new thing? Have I just been not noticing this? There's a little jeweled Mickey back here too. Is that just like a new way they are showing these are authentic as opposed to knockoffs? I know there are knockoffs. I don't know if I've ever seen a knockoff, but there are knockoffs. But yeah, I've got the little jeweled Mickey back here. And so here are dials for changing the date. So let's see what today there's. Tomorrow's the first. Today to be 32 days, right? So 34, 33, 32 days to Halloween. There we go. Nope, I ruined it. And then we have a little smaller dial for this. So I guess you could count up to 39 days out. You could start counting with this pin. Although again, it's too late for me to do that. But yeah, this is nice. It's a good chunky pin. I like that it's a countdown. I guess the Haunted Mansion one was a slider pin. It wasn't a dial pin. This does not have little spikes in the back because it doesn't need them because it's double pin back. Now, of course, the question is, I don't remember. I think as of yesterday, this still was available on the Shop Disney site. So I guess I am one of the few people that really do love me some Horned King. I feel the Black Cauldron is a drastically underappreciated movie. Now, I'm not saying it's like a perfect film or anything. It's got some weird edits in it. It is from that period where Disney was kind of teetering on the edge of destruction. But I feel like it is a movie that does not get enough love or recognition from Disney. But one thing I don't remember about this pin is, does it glow in the dark? I mean, the green on here looks like it might. So let's Let's see if that glows, or anything on here glows, or anything's blacklight reactive. It'd be cool if the numbers glowed, wouldn't it? Let's kill the lights and find out. And, well, it's blacklight reactive. Oops, I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. It's definitely blacklight reactive. That orange looks really cool in blacklight. Green looks like just, green, but the orange looks really cool. The digits, however, do not seem to be blacklight reactive, and no, it does not actually glow in the dark. I suppose the disappointment here comes to the fact that the digits don't seem to react to the blacklight. Because that would be really cool if the 3 and the 2 were glowing in there, but they are not. That's a little disappointing. But yeah, I do wish this actually didn't say 2023 on it. I wish I could reuse this next year, but again, I suppose if I could use the same pin year after year, they wouldn't be able to sell any more pins, would they? Still, I do think, I think our next pin is a nice pin, but I do think this is my favorite for this week. And now, without any further ado, it is time for our grand finale, although, again, debatable whether this is more grand than our Horned King countdown pin or not, but that is our 1990s Disney Decades pin, which came in this very weird envelope. It seems to be packaged inside there, but it came in this, and it came in a full-size shipping box. Big box for just this one pin and like a ton of paper. But yeah, the only thing in the box was a pin, which I guess is better than sending it in a mailer and having it show up all destroyed. But yeah, weird. And again, we do appear to be kind of not only not following any format of how the pins are designed or look, but also again not following, that envelope is weird. Not following any sort of method of how the card should look. All right, it's just, I want to be careful. I don't want to cut, there's already holes in this tablecloth. I don't really need to add any more in here. This tablecloth's like a hole right there. Is there more on camera? I think it's just the one on camera, but there are more on this tablecloth. I really do need to replace this. So, inside the weird envelope, we do have a normal bag. Look how thick this pin is, though. And we do have the foam back, though, so that's interesting. Because last month, I think the last couple months, the foam was missing. Although, to be fair, on the Elliott pins, the card didn't fold over. And this one we're back to folding over at least, but it's not a different sized card, I feel. I think this is a smaller card than we've had for most, if not all. This might be the same size as like the Steamboat Willie pin. But it's, but yeah, here we go. Get a good look at it now. Is something moving on here? It feels like something might be moving on here. It's just, oh, it is. Does this slide? Does this do a thing? So yeah, it is the Disney afternoon. If you came up in the 80s and 90s, particularly in the 90s, this, of course, was a staple of your after-school television diet. And they have picked not the whole Disney afternoon, but we do have a full lineup here. This is not the original lineup. The original lineup had DuckTales in it, I believe. But we have the Gummy Bears, which is another Disney property that, they're 80s, though. That's one thing, I will say that. Gummy Bears, I am 99% sure, originally aired on either ABC or NBC in the 80s and were repurposed for Disney Afternoon in the 90s. They were not a 90s show, but they are, I think, an often forgotten Disney animated show. And of course, we already know that last month, Disney declared Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers to be an 80s program as well, even though I think that only aired on Disney Channel in the 80s. Most of us didn't get to see it until the 90s. And then we have Darkwing Duck and Baloo from Tailspin. And the Disney Afternoon logo, and that is, man, who? We have Mickey back there. Mickey, I don't think Mickey ever appeared on Disney Afternoon. Who else do we have back there? I think that might be Zipper from Rescue Rangers. Looks like another duck. This is a very weirdly constructed pin. Let's get it off the back here. And, oh, I guess we should read the words. There's words this month. But does this, like, fold out, slide out, come off? This is a not only it's not pin on pin in the traditional sense, this actually is a separate layer that is not attached. It rattles, which would be annoying if you're wearing this, but does it? It looks like it's bolted down, but it feels like it should move. This is very weirdly... Yeah, that's riveted in place. That's not supposed to come out. But who else is back there? Oh, that's Launchpad. That's Launchpad McQuack there. I guess you could say he's DuckTales, although I'm sure he's here from Darkwing, not from DuckTales. Like, so yeah, looks like we have just Zipper and Launchpad in the background there. No other Disney, like no Bonkers, no... Because don't forget, aside from these four, there was... DuckTales was part of Disney Afternoon for a while. Bonkers, Gargoyles. I feel like I'm forgetting another one. So you can say Marsupilami, but I think it was Bonkers Monday through Thursday and Marsupilami on Fridays towards the end of Disney Afternoon. But I feel like there's another one that I am forgetting. Oh, Goof Troop. Goof Troop. Yes, of course, Goof Troop. But of course, they choose to focus now more on Goofy Movie than Goof Troop, the series. And canonically, I don't know that Goof Troop and Goofy Movie are in the same timeline. All right, so these words, we've read these words in other videos. You can go back, or you can freeze the video and read them yourself now. Otherwise, you can go back in the first entry of this, I read those words. But we will read the words about the Disney Afternoon. Are you ready for a Disney Afternoon? Premiering on September the 10th, 1990, the Disney Afternoon hosted several cartoon series such as Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, and Tailspin, airing in the show's 2-hour television block. Show favorites also included The Adventures of the Gummy Bears, Bonkers, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and Goof Troop. While the Disney Afternoon concluded in 1997, the reruns live on in our hearts. You know what they should do? They should put together some Disney Afternoon stuff on Disney Plus. I mean, I think they have most, if not all, these shows already on there. Just assemble. I feel like there must have been some special interstitials between them. Throw some of those in there and link together some Disney Afternoon shows, and let us show the next generation, the Zeds and the Alphas, what the Disney Afternoon was. But it's a nice pin. This is a very weird construction to me. I mean, I think it's cool we have kind of this 3-layer thing here, although this doesn't really stay out far enough, I think, to give it the full sense of depth that it could have, that justifies it not just being normal pin on pin. But I do like we have a 3-layer thing going on here. And it's, I think, one of the nicer pins in the Decades collection. So let's get it on the board and we'll wrap this up. All right, so we'll fix this to the board right there. There we go. Leaves us room for the last 2 pins there, and assemble together the rest of our pin goodness for this week. So, yep, here we go. 3 Halloween pins and the latest Disney 100 Decades pin. 2 more to go. We've got the 20s through the 90s, just need the 2000s and the 2010s, and this collection is done. Oops, this came open. So yeah, I think so far, I think the Disney Afternoon pin is the most impressive looking up there. I feel like probably the least impressive is Elliot there, just because it's a 3-pack of basic enamel pins. Everything else has special stuff. We have Jingling Bell on Clara. We have the camera action on Goofy here. We have Steamboat Willie being able to stand up off the board. Not that it matters much. Plus he's got a little spinning thing going on there. We have the cool little light panels on World of Color. We've even got the rubber bricks on Roger Rabbit, although he is otherwise kind of plain, but he's big. But yeah, I think Disney Afternoon is probably my favorite one of those so far. Maybe it's because I can relate to it more, although I mean, I grew up on this, and of course, I remember seeing that in theaters. But I do think Disney Afternoon, maybe just because I saw it so often. Roger Rabbit was definitely in my my cycle of video cassettes in the early 90s there. But Disney Afternoon, yep, saw that. I mean, never got to see the first thing because school didn't let out until like 2:50, so I almost never would be home in time to actually see the Gummy Bears when they were in that 3 o'clock spot. But the rest of it, regular viewing. So that is going to wrap us up for this week. I do still think the Horned King is my favorite pin this week, but the Disney Afternoon pin is, I think, very impressive and probably my favorite pin of the Decades collection so far. But you may have differing opinions. If you do, let me know in the comments which pin is your favorite, which of the decades so far is your favorite, and do you agree that Black Cauldron does not get enough love? But I hope you found the rest of this interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.